In this video, I'm going to take a broken Jeep key fob. I'm going to replace the battery in it, and then I'm also going to fix the tip of it that broke off of it, the metal part that you see on the outside of the key fob towards the top that came off. So stay tuned to find out how to fix your broken Jeep key fob. Before we get going on this video, I just want you to know that this was not my key. This was my son's key. So I wasn't as familiar with this key remote control key fob thing that he was using. And so it took me a little bit of a time tinkering around with it before I figured out exactly what was going on. So we did have some success, but at first it took me a little while to figure out what was going where. So just keep that in mind, that this was not my own key. This was my son's, and I did fix it for him, and we did have success, but it wasn't mine.
Hey everybody, my son's Jeep Renegade key broke this morning. So this is the key. So we had a spare made. Fortunately, when we bought the car, there was only one key, this one, and fortunately we did get a spare made at a pretty big cost. But anyway, we're going to see if we can fix this key because these things are expensive. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to pop this open, see if I can get this fixed, put it back in there. Alright, so I took the flathead screwdriver here on the end of the key fob and I twisted the flathead screwdriver and I was able to pop this open pretty easily. Let's take a look, see what we need to do, see if we can get this actual metal key part that would actually go in the ignition. Now with these Jeeps, you don't have to put the key in the ignition. You just have the key on you, and you can actually push the start button, and it'll start without putting the key in. I think the key fob battery was getting weak, perhaps, and then my son was trying to use the actual key part to turn the key lock on the door, and then somehow something went wrong this morning. So he had to take the spare key. So let's see what we need to do about putting this back in here, and then also probably gonna need to go to maybe AutoZone and get another battery for this thing. So it looks like this right here is the little spring mechanism that causes the actual metal key to pop out of the key fob if you're going to actually use the metal key itself, because normally this key is hidden down within this. All right, and if you use it, then the key can pop out. So the key popped out and broke off somehow. So it looks like this is the spring mechanism that makes it pop out. So let's take a look at that some more. Alright, so I took the key, and it looks like for the key to be hiding in the key fob that you take it and slide it down. It looks like this is going to work. Slid it down into, in first into this slot right here, and it snapped into place within this half of the key fob. So take the key and slide it back down into here. Obviously this is our battery, so I'm going to pop this out, but it looks like this tip of this is going to fit in these little holes when I snapped it back together. So take the key and slide it back on this side where the battery is, and I'm going to pop this out, and we're going to get a new battery. And got a tiny screwdriver, just stuck it right here on the side, and this thing popped out pretty easy. So it's just a regular flat battery. Take a look, see what kind it is. Panasonic CR2032 3 volt Panasonic. There it is right there. So I need a 3 volt, and I'm going to make sure I put the plus side, positive side face down back in this to make it work right. There's all the circuit board here of this device. So, and that's going to go pop back in there like this. All right. So, need a new battery. Be the next order of business. Okay, I went to AutoZone and I got a replacement battery. This is a 102032 is the battery number. So they had a 2-pack. They had one you could get for like $6, or you could get 2 for $8. So I went ahead and got 2 in case it goes bad again. We'll have a spare here. So about $8 for the replacement batteries. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these out of here and stick them back here in the on this side of the key fob here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so one of the new batteries out, it has this little sticker on it, little safety sticker thing, so you can don't forget to peel this sticker off, obviously, before you replace it. So go ahead and do that. Now you can take the key, this ring, take this part off this ring here, holding these 2 pieces together. I was able to work on it without having to worry about doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and try to snap these 2 pieces back together here. Again, I've got the fresh battery underneath here with the plus side down. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide this little circuit board piece back in like it was and try to snap these pieces back together, and then see if I can put this piece on the end down here on this side. All right, so what I decided to do is go ahead and pop the key out here. This top piece kept falling off. So what I'm doing is trying to use a little muscle to secure this piece. So apparently when you pop this top piece off, it's supposed to pull the key out. All right, so this top of the key has these little hooks. So this is holding the metal piece, and that's how you use the key like that when it comes out. This top piece is to help you grip it. All right, so but it kept popping out, so I'm gonna kind of work with it here, see if I can get it to pop in here, because it was actually, the top piece was actually falling off of here when I kept messing with it. So that needs to be popped in there first, and then you can slide it in. Make sure you pull a little spring piece back here. So we got some super glue. Got some super glue right here, and I glued the key, glued the end piece to the key here to help it, because it kept popping out. So looks like it's in there pretty good. I don't want it to pop off, but should just needed a little something extra to help it hold it in there, so it should be in good shape. All right, I used a little muscle to try to secure it in there. It's kind of holding in there pretty good now. So all we're gonna do is slide it back in. All right, so it's gonna slide in like this. There we go. And you can see that it wants to go right back in that little spot right there. There we go. Now it's nice and snug. You can feel it kind of snap there. Much different. A while ago it was just falling off here. So pull that metal piece out and get it secured. You may have to kind of turn it upside down and kind of bang it in a little bit so it snaps back in. So now you just heard that snap. So it looks like we're good to go. So we have replaced the battery. So you really, on these key fobs, you don't really even have to use these keys, the actual key itself, because you just have to have this in your pocket or whatever, in your purse, I guess, if you're a lady, and it works. And there's a start button. You just push the button. As long as you have the key near it, it'll work. So you don't really have to use the key on this. Is a Jeep Renegade. So if you have one like this, another type of key like this, there are probably other types of keys like this. So hope this helps you, and hopefully when he gets home, my son gets home later today, we'll give this a shot and see if it works. He's got the spare key, but I don't see why it shouldn't work. I've got a fresh battery in it, put it all back together. So you should be good to go. So great. So I hope this was helpful. Kind of a trial and error here, but I hope it helped you. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, Who45, I do all kinds of things, how to do all kinds of things, tech stuff, backyard stuff, you name it. If I think I can fix it, I like to make videos on them, fixing things. All right, so subscribe, please, and hit the like button. And thanks for watching, and have a good day.